dear listeners, to another spine-chilling episode of the Spooky Speakers Show on The Segment. I'm Mimi, and today we are delving into the shadowy realms of the supernatural. But before we plunge into the abyss of the unknown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support keeps these spooky stories coming. Now, gather around as we unravel the tale that sends shivers down the spines of the bravest souls, the haunting story of the Pontianak's revenge. Buckle up, dear listeners, for this tale is not for the faint of heart. In the heart of a small Malaysian village, hidden beneath a canopy of ancient trees, a sinister legend loomed large. The villagers whispered tales of the Pontianak, a vengeful spirit born from the sorrow of a woman wronged in life. Asman, a skeptical young man, scoffed at these stories, dismissing them as mere superstition. One fateful night, as the full moon cast an eerie glow over the village, Asman and his friends gathered around a bonfire to share ghostly tales. The laughter and bravado flowed freely, but as the stories grew darker, unease gripped Asman. The wind whispered through the leaves, and the night grew still. Suddenly, a mournful wail echoed through the village, chilling Asman's blood. The others fell silent, their eyes wide with fear. In the distance, a figure emerged from the darkness, a woman in a flowing white dress, her long jet-black hair obscuring her face. A shiver coursed through Asman as he recognized the specter's haunting visage. The Pontianak was real, and her presence was a curse upon the village. Panic seized the group, and they scattered, fleeing into the night. Asman, however, stood frozen, unable to tear his gaze from the malevolent spirit. The Pontianak drifted closer, her eyes burning with an otherworldly fire. She reached out her pale, spectral hand toward Asman, and he felt a force drawing him closer. It was as though she could see into his very soul, revealing his darkest secrets and desires. Terror overwhelmed him as he realized the truth. The Pontianak was the embodiment of the wronged woman's vengeance, and he had unwittingly mocked her. The ghostly figure drew nearer, her grasp tightening, and her unearthly wails echoing in his ears. In that horrifying moment, Asman understood the price of his skepticism. He was now entangled in a macabre dance with the Pontianak, doomed to share her torment for all eternity. A warning to all who dared doubt the power of the vengeful spirits that haunted the Malaysian night. As Asman's life became entwined with the Pontianak, he found himself trapped in a nightmarish existence. The village, once filled with laughter and camaraderie, now echoed with the ghostly wails of the vengeful spirit. The Pontianak's presence was an ever-present reminder of his disbelief and mockery. Each night, as the moon rose, Asman was forced to join her in her haunting rituals. Together, they would glide through the village, their ghostly forms illuminated by an eerie, ethereal light. They would seek out those who doubted the supernatural, those who dared to dismiss the legends of the Pontianak. The villagers soon learned to fear the moonlit nights, for they knew that the Pontianak and Asman would come for them. The ghostly duo's revenge was relentless, and their victims could not escape their dreadful fate. The Pontianak's vengeance was cold and unyielding, as she punished those who had wronged her in life by stealing their souls. Asman's own soul grew increasingly tormented, his every thought consumed by regret and fear. He had once been a skeptic, but now he was a pawn in the Pontianak's never-ending quest for retribution. He yearned for release from the curse that bound him to her, but there was no escape. The village fell into despair, its once thriving community now a shadow of its former self. The Pontianak's chilling presence cast a perpetual gloom over the village, and the villagers lived in constant fear of the spirits that haunted their every step. As the years passed, the legend of the Pontianak grew, serving as a warning to all who would dismiss the supernatural. The eerie tale of Asman, forever cursed to roam the Malaysian night with the vengeful spirit, served as a chilling reminder that in the darkness, the line between the living and the dead was blurred, and those who mocked the spirits did so at their own peril. One moonlit night, as the village lay shrouded in an oppressive silence, a mysterious figure emerged from the shadows. A wise elder, well versed in the ancient ways, sought to end the curse that plagued the village. Armed with incantations and talismans, he ventured into the heart of the haunted village, determined to confront the Pontianak and free Asman from her malevolent grip. The air crackled with tension as the elder approached the spectral duo. The Pontianak's eyes flickered with an otherworldly intensity, and Asman's tormented gaze met the elder's determined stare. The ancient chants reverberated through the still night, and the talismans glowed with an ethereal light. As the elder's ritual intensified, the Pontianak's wails reached a deafening crescendo. Her ghostly form convulsed, and a blinding light enveloped her. Asman felt a surge of energy as the spectral chains that bound him to her began to weaken. In a final, desperate act, the Pontianak turned her wrathful gaze toward the elder. Shadows danced on the edge of her white gown as she unleashed a malevolent force, but the elder stood firm. With a triumphant chant, he banished the Pontianak's spirit, severing the connection that bound her to the mortal realm. The elder's victory, however, came at a cost. Asman, freed from the Pontianak's curse, watched in horror as the wise elder's body withered and crumbled to dust. The village, though liberated from the ghostly menace, was now haunted by the sacrifice of a noble soul. The once skeptical Asman, now burdened with the weight of the elder's sacrifice, became the village's reluctant guardian. Every night, he patrolled the village, ensuring that the Pontianak's vengeful spirit did not return. The villagers, grateful for their liberation, lived in a constant state of unease, knowing that the price of their freedom had been paid in blood. And so, the the village remained forever changed, its streets haunted not only by the memory of the Pontianak, but also by the selfless sacrifice of the wise elder. The wind carried whispers of the wicked ending, a cautionary tale of the perilous dance between the living and the dead, a tale that would echo through the generations, ensuring that the legend of the Pontianak would never be forgotten. And there you have it, dear listeners, the bone-chilling tale of the Pontianak's revenge. I hope you've enjoyed this journey into the mysterious and supernatural. Now, before we part ways, I want to take a moment to share my thoughts on this haunting narrative. If you found yourself captivated by the spectral dance of the Pontianak and Asman, if your spine tingled at the thought of vengeful spirits weaving through moonlit nights, then I urge you to like, share, and subscribe to our Spooky Speakers show on the segment. Your support ensures that we can continue to bring you more spine-tingling tales that blur the line between the living and the dead. Share this story with your fellow thrill seekers. Let the whispers of the Pontianak echo through the darkness, and subscribe to join our community of those who revel in the eerie and the unknown. Together, we'll continue to explore the realms of the supernatural. Good night.